What's going on, peoples? Hey, let's turn on the music. Alright, you gonna come back? Alright, cool. What's going on? How's it going, people? Let's see, where are we? There we go, how's that? Pull it out like that, right there. Okay. My hair's all not cooperating right now. It's a very sad installment that we've got going on right now. But let's see if we can which camera is this? This one? No. Looking for the camera. Oh.
The Ninja Empire is free, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.
Thank you so very much for that resub. 4-month streak, 19 months. Thank you so very much. Turn that back down. Put the music up. I know, it's like, finally! I know, there's been some things, the Halloween, this stuff is just happening, you know, it's just...
The Ninja Empire
What?
is free, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.
It wasn't turned up? I did turn it up. It was like, it did turn it up. Stop it. The hype train is close. We already... I was like, we're already on the hype train. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. So, see? Now I have to wear the Ninja Empire headband. Bam! There we go. There we go. What? Ice Wolf, thank you so very much for those 200 bits. Oh my goodness, we're on the hype train. My goodness, thank you so very much. What is happening today? Was gone for 2 weeks? 2 weeks. I was only gone for like 2 streams. I'm sorry. There's Halloween and family. I had to. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. They can't see you? Yeah, they can. The camera's right here.
Hello, Twitch chat. How is everyone doing?
I think the camera's right there.
Oh no, but I was standing here. They couldn't see me. See?
And they up here trying to break me.
Oh, why?
They're trying to do a hype train,
Hype train.
and it's just right. It's hype train. They're trying to kill me.
Such a dainty shoulder.
Hey, Caesar, how's it going?
What's up, bro?
How are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm still trying to backlight my stream. You can unplug.
If I do your air freshener.
Yeah, you can unplug it. That's the overlay. Where is my... Sorry, I'm trying to find my other camera. There it is. I want to try and get backlit, because it's not. Bam. There we go. Now everything looks a little lighter, right? There we go. Bam. So there we go. So, today, I'm actually starting, I don't know if you guys saw the description for today, but I'm actually starting to work on some comics, some comic pages from someone else. So they asked me to go ahead and stream it so I could walk people through it and they can see what's going to happen and how I go about the process of doing comics. Ooh, what is it, Jen? Gem Paint. Hello. Hola. My son's here. He can speak with you.
Wait, what? I can't speak.
Spanish.
I can't speak. What does it say?
Well, this one I can read. It said hola. Like I'm
That's
good there.
Say, hablas English. Do you speak English?
We'll figure that out. Habla English?
Hablas.
Oh, you didn't close the door all the way. Hey, look, I'm streaming this way.
Just come this way. How was your thing? I watched. How did your thumb work?
So,
They were all like, oh,
Nate,
wow.
are you in with us?
It was fun. I not feeling
So,
really helped.
I've been fine. How are you? Doing well, doing well.
The top 1,000 views.
So I've been asked to do these comics with the Comic Book Curious Network, and so we're gonna go through the process. I'm doing 10 pages with them, and I have the script. We're gonna work through the script, talk through the script. I have also been blessed with the ability to kind of work through changes or anything like that if I need to. and so we're gonna work through this together, because normally you don't get that, right? Like normally you don't have the ability to look at the script and then change it if needed, but luckily, you know, we're gonna be able to do some of that. Why do I have hello all? Well, there he is. Might have hair envy. What's going on, Nate? Why is that? Whoops. Kind of sad. I had to redo the lighting issues here, and now there's a whole bunch of banding going on. Sorry, we're gonna blow it out first. Don't worry, we're gonna. There we go. Every day, I swear, every day it's new fixes on the stream. But okay, there we go. So Nate, can you send me the link to the what is it called? Was that a knock on the door? What's up? Yeah. Can you send me the link to the Google Drive with all the images, because I don't have that anymore, or it's buried somewhere. So if I could have it, it'd be great.
Should I show that? Yeah. Daddy, you wanna see something?
I'm trying to work here.
Have fun. Game Boy. Can I play
Yeah,
Tetris?
what? What do you want?
So, this kid snapped me today. And so I snapped him back because it's nice. Look how many snaps he's in.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
still going.
What in the world is
It's still
that?
going.
And you looked at all of those?
Because I was gonna try and text and be like, what are you doing? But every time you open the thing, you have to go through all the pictures.
Oh.
So I was just like, blood.
Oh my goodness.
And they didn't even say anything. It's like he was trying to do a stop motion video.
Well, okay. Anyway, so normally what I do when I get a script is I try and read through it first, right, before I start doing thumbnails and stuff like that, just to get an understanding of the pacing. Because, like, for instance, this one right here, and I make notes and I scribble on the script and stuff like that. Oh wait, last thing, gotta make sure that I can see this. Because I don't want to miss people talking to me. Alright, there we go. I don't think I missed anything, did I? Sorry, I've got multiple chatty things up. Top tier synth. Oh my goodness, I do. I had some people. I'm so sorry if I missed you. What? The rumors, excellent. Thank you. What is this? What am I don't. People are talking to me about stuff I don't even know. Oh, this 3 days ago. What? I don't know what's happening. People got comments that I don't even know. Okay. Anyway, coming back up here. Anyway, all right. So, script. Well, on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. We were gonna start looking over the thing, and there's something that's instantly here that you can talk about with your writer if you have one, right? And if your writer's really up to you making suggestions and stuff like that. Sometimes it doesn't happen, right? You just get what you're supposed to. But in this case, right, it says panel 1, landscape across the top, miniature version of a town, right? And it's we see a plastic bag floating throughout Little Rock, Arkansas. And so the first action, right? The action is the floating bag, right? So the action is a floating bag, which is cool, right? And you can do that. But then it says the bag blows. Choose, I'm assuming the bag blows across 3 of these things, right? And so there's basketball, police station, old homeless people looking through garbage, a gang hanging in the corner, a man selling shaved ice, fried chicken place with bulletproof glass, a fruit stand. It flies by a school with girls taking selfies on their phones, playing double dutch, or the bag blows down the street by a cute hand painted mailbox with Bennett's painted on it. So here's the problem with that, right? if we are only supposed to pick 3, which is fine, the problem is that it's not motion, right? Comics don't animate, and so you can't have these transitions, where it's like the bag is here and then it transitions into another scene as it floats across and transitions again. Like, it can't do that, right? So it can't be one panel. So what we can do is actually have it, still take up the space of the horizontal of the top of the page, but then you have to split it into 3, right? And so that way you could actually kind of have the bag, and it's just like, and then we've got the bag again, right? And then it can come down here, right? And so you can have this motion where it kind of leads us through the page of the floating bag, right? And this is where getting into the thumbnails is going to be important, because do we want the bag in front of all the action, right? Do we want to see the backgrounds and stuff and then have the bag kind of further in the back? So it's going to play around with what are we trying to do with this, right? And then also you've got to consider the
See you guys later.
bye. You got to consider the actual text that's being said, and this is where being able to talk to your writer comes in handy, because sometimes they'll get a little wordy, right? And like I said, I haven't read through the script yet, so I can't really say, but it's got a hot, vibrant morning in early June before school, right? That's the caption. And then, good morning. It's a scorcher in Little Rock. Make sure you get those fans on high. So with it being separated into 3, right, you can actually make this go, okay, so that sentence there, this sentence here, and then this sentence into the third. So you can actually split them up, which works really well, right? So, but the first one actually says early June before school. So, naturally, what I would do is put a school in the first panel, right? In panel 2, bag gets caught with a gust of wind and smacks Cornelius Bennett in the face, right? So that's an easy one, but it's not, it's like we see this bag and then we can just draw a face, right, with the bag kind of wrapping around it, right? And he's like, ooh, right? So he's got the bags kind of crumpled up around his face. And then what I would do here, because it seems like it wasn't supposed to happen, right? We can throw some speed lines and exclamation points and stuff around it. Like, all right, bag. Okay, he and his sister Lacey take it off. Why would they both be taking off one bag? Like, if we're trying to establish Lacey, we should probably have her in the panel beforehand, so that we can have them kind of like walking, right? So you've got Lacey and Cornelius walking down the street, right? And then maybe the bag's kind of floating over here, right? So we see that it's coming, type deal. Squishy! Oh, what's going on? That's awesome, right? So then you have the bag, and then it turns to that panel. Nate, is the main purpose of panel 3 to establish that Lacey's there? can't see my scribbles, but there are my scribbles. I'm talking you through it, so at least in this point you can you actually will hear and see what I'm doing. So I really do think, I don't know if Nate's gonna get back to us on that one, but I really do think that panel 2 and panel 3 should be switched, because we don't actually have an establishing shot, right? We don't have an establishing shot of Cornelius or Lacey, who seems to be important in this one. So if we did that, if this panel comes first, we can see the bag coming, and then whatever you want. Well, it's not. I mean, it's not. It's your story, right? Like this would be me doing the editorial process. And okay, so we have to establish one thing though. So normally as a comic book artist, unless you're working for yourself, like, cuz right, when I'm doing, is this one? I don't think this is the wrong book. This one. So when I'm writing my script myself, you know, I'll do stuff like, do I have one that's inked out? I do. So I have something like this. Like, I do my script in thumbnail form as we move forward, right? And I'll write out the story, and there's some times where I'll actually scribble something out, right? Like I started here, I was like, nope, and we'll start down here, and I'll write the script as I'm thumbnailing it out. So if you're doing it yourself, it's really easy to kind of push and pull the story to make sure that it works. But generally speaking, if you're getting hired as a comic book artist, you know what you really don't have power over? The script, right? So you get the script, and no matter how or what you think, until you actually have a team, right? Like, so if you're a team and you're together, you can be like, hey, this doesn't make sense. Can we, you know, does it really matter? Can I switch this for you? And, you know, you go from there. But normally, if you were to get hired and picked up, you get the script, guess what you're doing? You're drawing that script. So, November, we fall back on Saturday. Yep. 1 week. Yep. So, so Nate, I know you said whatever I want, but it's your story, right? It's your story. So if it's absolutely imperative that we have this the other way around, then so be it. But we don't. It's just that we don't actually have an establishing shot, and it doesn't make sense. Like, if a bag hits me in the face, I'm gonna grab it and pull it down, right? I don't think that if I had my sister, if I was pulling off the bag and they were trying to pull the bag off too, it's not like I got caught in a ginormous spider web where I needed help to take it down. So it just seems as though it's an establishing shot of our two characters that we're going to deal with, at least in this panel, or in this page. So I wanted to ask. Close-up of Cornelia's face. She takes off the bag. Alright, that's an easy shot, right? Probably doing one of those, like, faces, right? So that's easy enough. We'll get some reference. Right? So do that. That's an easy one. And then panel 5. I'll enjoy while it lasts just today. We can blame Monday on Halloween. Monday was blaming on Halloween. I went out trick-or-treating with the kids. Even though it rained like hell. We still figured out a way to do it. So I thought it was interesting. Just have him take the bag off, please. Okay. Then I don't know, because I'm also reading the words to make sure that there's enough space. But I don't know if Lacey's doing anything else, because she just said, "Oh my gosh, I'm assuming she calls Cornelius corny, which would make sense. But he's kind of dancing around like, right, well, like, ew, it's so gross, get it off me, type deal. Also not hard. Breaking the fourth wall. Gross, yep. Man, I'll fill you in. Okay, so this is actually, panel 6 is going to be a bigger panel. And here's why panel 6 is going to be a bigger panel. Panel. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Gross. Yep, that's me, Cornelius Bennett. I'll fill you in real quick because my brain is like a computer. And while you've read this caption, I've had like 39 thoughts. FYI, hand sanitizer burns in your mouth. Back to the story. Right? So in order to get enough of that, right, you want to make sure that this would be a bigger panel. And I'm thinking that we actually show more of a torso shot with this one. And it's kind of like, hey, you know, it's kind of waving. I was like, hey, yeah, that's me. I'm the one who got hit with that. Maybe a little curve. Right? And then bam. To give enough space, because that's a lot to write. And one thing that we forget as writers, because I've just experienced that myself. So I just finished a panel or a page for Ninja Empire, and I started writing in, and what I did, so I had some nice bigger panels and stuff like that, but I should have done less. So I had this huge panel right here, right? And all it said was focus, which then took away from all the other panels, which made them really, really small, but I had more text in them. So that kind of sucked. But being the writer, editor, and everything, I changed it. I just changed the font, the script, because that's how we do it. We just change the script.
I'm gonna go downstairs and play Roblox.
I'm sorry that I'm boring you.
You know that kid that sent me all those photos?
Yep, sent you all 5 million, yeah.
He's sending me more photos.
Oh, have fun with that.
But this time, I'm sending him back. Every time he sends me one, I send him one.
Okay. Well, I think that panel 1 is pretty straightforward. We'll do some thumbnails to work it out to make sure, but we're gonna play around with that. So moving on to panel 2, or page 2. Huh? Oh yeah, page 2.
Ask that person how you say page in Spanish.
So I'm supposed to ask, how do you say page in Spanish? Corny removes hand sanitizer from his book bag. Yeah, it's like so. Okay, so it's just remove. Let's see. So that's probably a long panel, and probably get a little close up. Guys, I just forwarded Clay's notes to you. I've been in meetings all day. Oh, okay. I should probably be reading those instead then.
Can you please check them out for ideas?
Alright, so, hey, my notes are attached. Is that... Okay, so it's just this one.
Have fun.
Thanks. Okay. Vibrant, blah blah. What is it? Patina? That's how you say page? Wait, where? Nate, where are the changes? Like, did he just write them in, or should I just be looking at this script? Well, we're gonna go with this one right now, just solely because I have it printed out, and then I can cross-reference the other two so we can figure out what's happening there. All right, so he's reaching in. He's got hand sanitizer that he's pulling out. Okay. Kind of do a close-up to show like hand sanitizer. Okay. In one hand, he's spraying on his face. In the other hand, the different bottle, he's spraying his mouth. That's two separate actions. That's two separate actions. I mean, so I guess you could do that because you got two hands, so you could actually make that work. Probably do mouth open. It's like, Right, so spraying here. And then I guess another hand here. Something like that. He's rolled out of his hands as he starts spitting out at Lacey. Lacey's cracking up. Wait, what? So, wait, were they in front of their house? Because, I mean, he's probably going spitty spit, like, blah. And then she can be back here laughing. Like, ha, ha. Barrel roll laughs, you know. Ha ha ha. Something like that. And he's spitting. Right, we can have him in the foreground going blah. Alright, and then she's in the background laughing, but then it's like the siblings run inside the house where their mom, I'm assuming, is. Well, if that's the case, we didn't. Okay, let's read 5. Nyman is running a reading group with 4 hard inner city kids. They're reading superhero books over cold pizza. Tries to explain the situation and Nani points a finger in front of her lips. See, we don't establish this house. Like, we don't establish this house anywhere. So I guess we could just do a long shot, right, and show like the inner workings of a house, something like that, and then having the kids go in it. Because there's no, you know what I mean? There's no running. Like they might be running, but right? That's an odd one right there. Because the next one's easy, right? And you're just in. There's some kids. They're reading books, right? Got kids kind of a circle table, pizza, a couple pizza boxes. Right, this one bowed back with pizza up like he, right? Cup. Cup. And then the last one's pretty easy too, right? We get a close up of her going shh. And it's like, shush. You be quiet. Shush. Okay. 5 panels. Drop my phone and smush the QRL. Okay. Signals to the kids to keep reading. How do you do that? How do you signal to someone to keep reading? Like, I'll have to figure that one out. She quickly, casually hands him some warm water, salt water gargle without missing a beat. Bennett's in the kitchen. We're jumping scenes. It's like we're jumping scenes here. All the older students roll their eyes and continue reading out loud. Next to them we see a picture of in uniform in Afghanistan. An intense, strong, dark skin is under heavy fire while carrying a wounded soldier in a medical helicopter. Gives them the look. But the shush look, right? The shush look already happened. But then the next one is signals them to keep reading. I mean, don't know if we just want to, it's like, oh, they're looking, or it's, you got that, because she doesn't strike me as a person who's angry, right? So, and they weren't really doing anything. Like, it didn't even notice that they stopped reading. You know what I mean? Oh, what's this? What we got? Oh, you dropped the script in for everybody? Ah. Oh, okay, I see it now. I see all the notes. Yep, okay. Don't need this caption. Radio. How many notes coming from the radio? I can answer that question. It's all on the dialogue box. Yeah. Yep. Good. The civil panels get okay. See, yes. Clay's on it. Clay's notes in Google Drive. Got it. I guess mine was just shrunk down. So I don't know why I got the. See, I don't see the notes on this one. Maybe it's here. Nope. Anyway, I see it here. I see it on Google Drive. I don't know why. Anyway, so you know what? Maybe because I'm looking at Clay stuff. Maybe that's what I should be going off of. So I'm going to, because I'd have to print that out and look at it. So what we're going to do instead is get to know these characters. Let's draw them up. Then I can take a look at Clay's stuff and we can make some artistic decisions. But Nate, do you have the file where you where all the characters are, so I can look at Cornelius and all the other people, so that I can start drawing those? because I think you sent it once before, but you know, or I just saw it because you showed it to me. But if I could get that link to where we can see all of, you know, like Cornelius and Lucy and all them, then I can start drawing. I can start drawing them, right? And I can start getting used to the way they look and stuff like that. Because I really think that that's going to be more important instead of me fumbling around with two scripts. And then, of course, my computer is not where my traditional space is, so bouncing back and forth. But I can talk about, you know, characters and stuff like that if you have it. So I'm gonna look at the first thing that I have. And see if I can't get to just a quick understanding. So Cornelius he's 17. I mean, I thought he was a skinny kid. Oh. Come on. Sorry, hold on. Get you back in focus. Battle Royale. The camera looks, yeah, no, it jumped out of focus a lot. Yep. Thank you. Fixed it. We fixed it. So I don't. So we're gonna start. We're gonna draw. We're gonna draw Cornelius, right? The way that I see him on the thing here, because I know that I drew him very differently than what's on like the Bible that's here. So I have that. I have access to that. Oh, Nate won the Battle Royale. Nice. So we're just gonna draw him up a little bit until we wait for Nate to give us the rest of the stuff. Right, and so one of the biggest things, or the biggest challenges that I find when it comes to drawing other people's stuff is trying to get it to where they would like it. Right, that's probably the hardest thing to do. There we go. Now we got them all. Thank you, Nate. There he is. Yeah, I drew him completely different. I don't know, I'm not a big cape guy, but I really liked him with a cape. So anyway, but it's trying to get the character to represent what they want, if they don't already have something already established, right? And so that's always a fun thing, I think, for me, is trying to develop that, right? So he's a skinny kid, or seemingly skinny kid, right? So coming in and being able to give that illusion of skinny and yet still kind of like muscular, right? So we're, like I said, we're just gonna kind of get used to the way that he is. This will also give, so tomorrow I'll be able to have some pencils and stuff so that the inker can get used to my drawings and stuff like that, right? So, but I plan on, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, this is one of the things that I had asked, right? I was like, so do we want, right? Do we want him to be a certain way, or, you know, do we want free reign? Are we still developing a character? Because the one in the Pitch Bible, right? The one in the Pitch Bible actually is more superhero, right? Like military superhero. Whereas the one that I drew was more superhero because I gave him a cape. Like, I was like, he needs a cape. Because, you know, when it was brought to me, it was like, oh, well, he's a nerd. And I was like, well, if he's a nerd, he's going to want a cape. Right? So I drew him with a cape. And I actually was like, this is fun. I kind of liked it. But that's why I'm always like, well, what exactly or how do you want him to look? Right? Because right now, as I'm feeling it out, I'm going, okay, I have him basically superhero, so I need to slim him down a little bit. And this process, like this particular process right here, is something that I have to do with most of the character. Anytime I do work with someone, right, until I can actually figure out, like, oh, this is how this character is gonna work, right? You'll see that I would draw and redraw, and it's like, okay, well, he would be this big, this small, something like this. And so I'm constantly like moving the pencil around, trying to figure out, well, how big is this character? Am I making him too thin, too muscular, right? And like I said, with doing your own thing, it's super easy, right? Because you're just like, oh, well, it doesn't matter because I'm in charge. I can fix it up, right? Because I'm looking at what he has, and I'm going, oh, he's got more of a pointy chin. Like, oh, okay, well, I wasn't going to do that. Does he have a pointy chin? All right. So the process becomes pretty fun and interesting as we move forward. Right? And it's just, what are we going to do? How are we doing that? And that's why, you know, I think I don't know if we're still trying to figure it out, or Nate, is one of these ones that you want me to draw? You know, like one of the versions of them is like, is that what you want? Right? Because if there is, it makes it a lot easier. Right? If you're like, no, draw this one. Right? Like, because when people are like, hey, here's Batman. The plant. It's like, do we call you Plant or Baggy? Baggy Plant? We're gonna call you Baggy. So Baggy, thank you so very much for joining the Ninja Empire. You are the newest member of the Empire. Normally what we do here is we draw a lot of ninjas, but I was asked to draw a comic for the fine people of, make sure I don't screw up the name. I don't want to do that. No. Of Comic Book Curious Network, right? And so they asked me to draw this comic, or the 10 pages, like a more of a pitch idea for the comic. And I was like, all right. And they're like, it'd be a great idea if you would stream it. So I get to stream it with you guys as well. So is it okay if I call you Baggy? Or do you want to be called Plant? What do you want us to call you? Vibes to you all. Oh, thanks. See, and the funny part, normally I go in and I fix all these things. Like I would come in and I would ink it and do all that stuff. But I don't have to this time because apparently, we got an inker. So I just really have to focus on pencils, which is always an interesting process. And it's like, is he, I got him with some great big shoulders. I don't think he would have great big shoulders. Alright. You guys even see that? Yeah, you can. You can kind of see it. Back now. Hey, welcome back. So I was asking, do you have a design that you would much rather see done? Because, I mean, to be honest, I kind of like mine. So, but I don't want to force my design on your story, right? It's like, what do you want, right? How do you want Cornelius to be? See, I told you. Inking is not my forte, man. So, if I don't have to, I don't want to. Luckily, they've provided me with an inker. So, which is the way it normally happens anyway, for the most part. You know what? Just so you guys can see it, I'm gonna try and draw with some ballpoint pen. It'll still be sketchy enough that when I take the picture, I can still give it to the inker to actually try and to clean it up. So. Loves the ink. I do not. I do not. This inking thing is... Don't know why these lies keep being put out into the universe. I do not. Lies. I like the detail of the one on the deck. I believe you did it in Mark as I did. Normal clothes for the story, obviously. Right. It was like, I like the detail of the one on the deck. So you mean the one that's on the one that's on the Pitch Bible? That's the one you're talking about? You like the one that's on the Pitch Bible? Pound cake, these kids, and ink. Nice. I think that one. Using pencil and pen now. What'll naturally happen? See, I'm only using the ballpoint pen because it's fast and it shows up, right? But it'll be easy to take into Photoshop. Like when I scan it in, it'll be easy to take it into Photoshop and then just make it thinner. So that's not a problem at all. Especially since these are all, you know, mostly just scribble sketches at this point to try and allow me to get a feeling for the character. The only inking can bring him back. I didn't freeze again, did I? Hope not. Because, I mean, the kid, the way he's drawn, looks like he, you know, he's pretty jacked-ola. So right now, the best thing that one can do when starting a new project like this is to actually just start scribbling around and trying, right? Like, try and find the character. Especially when you're working, you know, it's like, oh, this isn't my style. And so we got to try and figure it out. So drawing it multiple times isn't really going to hurt anybody. Gumby. It does. It does equal ink, you're right. It's like, that is very true. It's like, that is very true. But that doesn't mean that I like it. Here, here. America. See, because there, you love inking. Like, alright, so see, so there's, still got him pretty big, so I gotta slim him down just a little bit. Because, right, he doesn't need to be too big. So, and that's the thing that I have to watch out for, because I generally make really, you know, super buff guys. Because we want to, you know, got to draw those superheroes. So I got to try and remember to keep everything longer and skinnier. I love inking. I don't know. You might love inking. Like, you might love inking. How did I say that I love inking? Like, what part of what I said I like inking? There was none of that. You were up here. I heard it. You heard what you wanted. I did not say that. Never would I say that, because it's not true. I didn't say anything about loving inking. My goodness. Not one word was uttered about loving inking, unless it was the antithesis of it. I do not love inking. No, I did not. Okay. It's on YouTube for out loud, out of your face. No. It will not go away. I don't care what you say. There was no... Folks, haunt you forever. It's not gonna haunt me. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what you guys... You heard what you wanted to hear. Because we were even talking about how I'm given an inker. So, you know, no. I'm sure I used those 3 words. But not in the context of what you guys are insinuating. Or you're leaving out the rest of the sentence and you're just going, oh, look, he said these words. And like, yeah, I did. Because it was in connection with something completely different. But, you know, like I said, y'all hear what you want to. It's all good. And then he's got glasses. Has a sound. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to figure out why you guys are so stuck on that. Because I'm like, must have said it sarcastically. And there's like, look, I said it. If I said it. Because we all know. Like I said, yeah, no, not going into it. Nope. 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 I do not like it. Do not like it. It is where that stands. I don't like it. I've never liked it. And I'm never going to like it. Kind of like that look. See if we can... Because, Nate, if I'm not mistaken, he was rocking the Gumby, right? He's got a lot of head. Ooh. Shrink that down a little bit. That is one thing that I've found myself doing constantly is drawing way too much top of the head. I mean, I hope that's still a thing because I am I really like the idea of drawing the Gumby. Is it that he cried on Monday because it was over? It was too much for me to handle. The torture that I get. Don't even know what I did to deserve this. I mean, I guess I did miss Monday. So, I mean, I guess it's understandable. Because you weren't really able to give me this kind of torture throughout the 2 streams, so now it's all compiling into one. It's like, okay. Probably round that out, come in a little bit, make him a little younger. So the thing about drawing people, right? The longer you make the face, the older they're gonna get. So if you bring the face in a little bit, it makes them younger. Also, if instead of having harsh lines like that, right? If you come in and you round them, the roundness of the lines actually makes a character look younger. So I think we might have a Cornelius. And I gotta work on making him not so buff. I mean, because I'm looking at the drawings and I'm like, oh, he's really buff. I mean, granted, he is 17, so you would almost have a full-on superhero body anyway. But let's get a little bit of. See if we can't make this. We can't figure him out. All right, just a little bit here, and then brings it in. All right, have his shoulders not be that big. A little bit of an elongated arm. There we go. And I'm looking more so like a younger man. There we go. It was his tears. We would not blast you. He loves it. Could always be worse. You could be making a Kool-Aid fried chicken sandwich for students tomorrow. Are you making a Kool-Aid fried chicken sandwich? Because that I don't know if that's scary or not. You know what I mean? It's like, is that? I think sounds like it might be a little frightening. Is it any good? Have you had that before? Or is this a first for you too? Damn social media. Okay. I hope it I hope it's halfway decent. Oh my, ew, no. So y'all just gonna be making something, like we're gonna figure this out together. I'm so sorry. Just make them eat it. You know what I mean? Just be like, y'all found it, you eat it. Oh, there you are. I love when you can actually find. You're like, oh, there it is. There's the guy. He's nice, skinny, right? Still can do a little bit of tweaking, but I think that's. There he is, Cornelius. Unless we want him, I mean, because from what I can tell, he's pretty. Right, like he's a superhero, so he's got some, you know, some weight to him. So, I mean, he's not, right, he's not super big, but I have to try it. Do you? Do you? It's like, do you really have to? Because that sounds awful. If breaded and buckled pickers, tail pickers work best. Oh no. No. What do we want? Got all these stars on him. Stars and stripes. Yeah, see? I like it. He looks a little... He almost looks a little scared. Oh no! Thank you so much for that follow. It means a lot, always. And thank you for the opportunity for drawing your comic. Hope that I can do it justice. Right, as we're constantly trying to find this character, which I think we just found. Right? Sweet and savory, but this might be... Yeah. I don't know if that's... I don't know if Kool-Aid fried chicken sandwich is up there on my list. It's kind of frightening, right? But see, there we go. I think we can't see him. I think we may have found our look. So let's see if we can't get a profile real quick. pointy chin, so come in a little bit. The lips might be too big. Oh, too big of a chin. Might even have to do a turnaround with this bad boy. That'll work. I think his head's too big, but we'll make that work. AGUN, what's up? 120, 128, yep. Yeah, I gotta do some emotes. Gotta figure out what I want to do for that. It's probably all gonna be ninja stuff, you know? Ninja related thingies. Don't know what I was thinking with that pose. So we were on. So this is the main character, Cornelius Bennett, from a 10-page story that I got commissioned to do, and right now we're just trying to get the proportions and body, and getting used to drawing the character. Because we only have a kind of a front view to work on. So, just really trying to figure out... Oh, really? They're already up? Jeez. Yeah, this time I plan on finishing those this week. Like, I'm not gonna allow myself to fall behind and then not do it. So, but, like I said, I'm trying to make sure that I get a good understanding of the character beforehand, so... Yeah, and then I have to get something to the inker, so going back to pencil, right, just trying to get that character, I'm not trying to give him too much muscle or anything like that. Here. Right, trying to really understand the character. It's pretty much all we're doing right now, because we had some questions about the script, and then the editor actually had some notes, and so I need to read those notes first before I try and, you know, I've been blessed with the ability to kind of be the editor as well. And so I can come in and be like, wait, this is supposed to be like, what, this would be one panel, or this is 3 panels, or stuff like that. So I've been blessed with the ability to actually change some stuff up. But since the actual editor has already done that, I might as well go and see what they're, you know, what they're suggesting first, so that we're not repeating ourselves or trying to say, you know, like with me trying to work through it before, even though someone's already done the editing that needs to happen. So we were doing scripts, like I was doing script breakdowns and stuff, but like I said, with that, with the idea of that being already done by an editor, I figured we'll switch ideas here and go to more character understanding. So that's where we're at right now. Is deserting us ninjas. Why would you say that? His head is far too high. Alright, so that's where we can fix that a little bit, like so. His head's way too big now. And come in and go like, nope, not doing that. That's not right anymore. There we go. Probably still can. Well, we want to keep his head kind of like not too big, but not too small either. Right? We want to make sure that still has some boyish charm. 17 is practically a man, right? Especially when it comes to like superhero stuff like this. They're normally, you know, they're like, oh, well, he's a kid and it looks exactly like Superman. So, I mean, it's pretty much my own discretion when it comes to that. It's like, oh, I think this is where we're at, you know? Oh, hey, Skip. Hydrate, okay. Hey, Skip, we still good for Friday? Going down on Friday. Skip's gonna teach me how to animate. I was like, pretty much what that boils down to. It's like Skip's gonna teach me how to animate. Way of single digit. Hey,
Hello again. How are you?
good. How are you?
Good. How's chat?
Chat's been good. It has not been a quiet Wednesday.
That's good though, right?
Yeah, no, it's great.
You wanna know a weird fact I learned on Tuesday?
That weird person is sending you too many messages.
No, that was today.
Well, I know, but
Okay, but guess what?
was it
George Washington Carver was married to a man.
really?
Yes. I learned that.
Huh.
And no one cared.
Well, the way it should be.
Well, I know, but he was kind of old. So usually they cared a lot back then.
They did. That's kind of cool.
Tell him. Joshua didn't know who that was. Did you
What?
know?
Who did I not know?
George Washington Carver.
What?
Well, that was my fun fact.
Is that George Washington?
Oh, stop it.
No, it was not George Washington.
It's like, stop it.
Who's Moon Girl?
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, I think it was. Something like that. She was a Marvel superhero
Anyway,
whose books sold really, really well with Scholastics.
Scholastic School Fair.
A while back. To refine my oh, okay, nice. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I love you too. Bye. Down. I don't even know what I was thinking with this one. Down, around. Okay, little dot here, little dot there. There. We've got the America flag. Alright, so there's that. Ugh. I'm having a super brain fart with this hand right now. That's too much there. Something like that. Lord. Alright, we're gonna focus on that hand a little later. But like, it's giving me a lot of problems right now. Like, I can't wrap my mind around it. That's sometimes that happens. I'm just like, I just cannot draw this right now. That is what happened right there. Alright, so anyway, we'll just put some eyeballs in here. Cornelius going on. So go. I got obliterated. Oh, I didn't even see who won. Oh no, I'm still not there. Who's gonna take it? Oh! It's like, oh! Bex with the win. Didn't see that coming. Go ahead. Roundy round. Whoop. Good night, everyone. All right, good night. Good luck with your Kool-Aid chicken. I hope it works out for you. Kool-Aid chicken sandwiches. Good luck. You're gonna have to tell us how it went. Like, you have to come back at least one more time and tell us how it went. Jamie, what's going on? You're doubting my ninja skills just because I have a cute frog hat? You're just so, you're always so laid back. I'm sorry. Did not mean to doubt your ninja skills. Chilling, drawing, sweet. What did you draw, man? What's on the docket? Character designs, love it. Love it. Personal project. Yep, nice. Do 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 do. Have a lot of fun. Nice. That's what we love to hear, right? New comics being created and everything. It's like, yes. Oh, I forgot to give him gloves. He's got gloves, you know. What is... Cannot get this. How would we see that? Yeah, this would be the hand. Excuse me. Imagine Mash with Game of Thrones, nice. That's interesting. So does that. Oh, that's right. Still needs a glove. And so come in here. Sounds neat. Yep. Does. Anything on there? Nope. Okay. Okay, more like that. When do you foresee this comic being done, Jamie? Seems like a weird glove. so badly want to give him like, the almost superhero glove. You know, it's got that cuff on it. That kind of thing, but alas. November next year? Nice. Okay. Probably bring his eyebrows up a little bit just so that we can see them. There you go. Oh no, it's a single digit. Oh no. It's a single digit. What's going on, my man? No, for NecoCon? No. You're gonna have to tell me how that is. I was interested in going to NecoCon, right? Like, it's like, I wonder what that... I heard a lot about it. I was just wondering how it would be, you know? Have you ever been to NecoCon before? There you go. Finally. Alright, there you go. There he is. There he is. You guys see that? Probably not. But it's drawn up on pencil, right? So I'll have something to give to the inker. Didn't you be happy? Haven't cleaned up anything. We're gonna see what kind of decisions the inker is gonna make. Right? This is a learning experience for the inker and colorist. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna leave this relatively, as far as for me, a lot looser, right? Like normally I would come in here and I type. Well, technically, what I would be doing is drawing it with a red pencil, and then going over it with a darker pencil. But if I did that, you probably wouldn't see. There'd be a lot less you would see. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we get his stars in there. One. 2. Three. Four. Alright, so that one, and there's another one over here, sure. And then we'll come in and try and get rid of the extra lines. No need to try and confuse anybody. There you go. There's your guy. A little bigger on purpose. Not really. On the left, he looks thinner. Explain why? Because I'm a newbie. 3120. To be honest, he's not, like, he's actually thicker here in proportion wise. Like, this one is probably the thinnest, and that's the proportion that I went over here and used as well. So he's not, I mean, he's actually thinner here because of his head, right? His head size is actually bigger, which makes his body size smaller, right? What I should do is get rid of all these extra lines to make him so that he doesn't look like he's so incredibly jacked. Right? That's probably the one thing that really needs to change. Right? But yeah. Twitch is acting up. What's going on with Twitch? It says my bitrate and stuff is good. It's been good. Keeps freezing on you, really? Like, I don't know. I'm actually looking at it, and it's been an even keel pretty much. Yeah. How'd your, were you not doing D&D tonight? Oh, and single digit, I'm gonna have to ask you a favor, but it'll be offline. Oh, that's right. You said you were prepping for. You said that prepping for NecoCon. Like I said, please keep me posted as far as how that went. Need to know whether or not if I should attempt to get in or not. All right. So there you go. There's your guy. I actually like the way he looks. I actually like it. Now, unless you were talking about his head, why his head got bigger than over here, mostly it's actually just because it's a side profile. I think I made his neck a little bit bigger, right, which is something that's easily fixed. Right, give him a smaller neck, gives the illusion of a bigger head. Yeah. Okay. So his head, yes, I made it bigger to flex out his head, right? Because on the side, it looks thinner because his neck was thicker, right? So you change the neck size. It's also a bit wider, like straight across. But bam, there you go. I like it. I mean, it would have been great if it didn't rain. Like it was just like, as soon as we actually was getting out there, we took one picture, and then it just started downpouring. We're like, come on now. Really, these kids have been, like, the youngest has been talking about it for days, about how he's so excited to try to go out and do trick-or-treating, right? And then it started raining. We went to like 4 houses that were really close, so it made it really, really easy to be like, all right, go run, get it, come back, go run, get it, come back, go run. And then I took them to the community center. Right, like I took them to the community center because they were like, "Hey, we're doing something." I was like, "Well, at least it's inside." They had like a little haunted house. They had some crafts and some music going and stuff like that. So I was like, "All right, so what's gonna happen is we're gonna take an hour, right, and we're gonna hope that it stops raining." And it didn't. Like it didn't at all. So what we did was we went up through the back streets where there wasn't a lot of cars, but you could tell that people were hoping that there was going to be some trick-or-treaters. And so I drove up, we parked, and it was like mad dashes to 4 houses. So it'd be like 1, 2, cross the street, 1, 2, get back in the car, drive a little further, go to another 4 houses, get back in the car, drive a little further. They still got pretty wet, but at least we were able to get some houses in to do some trick-or-treating. So that was good. Right, Brown was, let's just put it like this. Brownie was happy. By the end of the day, Brownie was happy, right? Because he did get to go trick-or-treating. He did get to wear his costume, so he was pretty happy. Military trick-or-treating, yup. All day. All right, so there he is. The Avengers. So we had Iron Man, Spider-Man, the Incredible Hulk, Black Panther, and Thanos. No, we bought him a costume. We bought everyone a costume, and that was the end of it, right? But you want to know what he did do today? So for class, they're reading some story, and the teacher was like, "You have to make or bring or do something to represent one of the characters that was in the story," right? So he picked the main character, and the main character apparently was given a thumb. Was it a thumb? Yeah, I think it was a thumb. He was given a thumb, and he kept the thumb with him, right? Like that was his thing. He kept this severed thumb. And so Ty decided to sculpt a thumb and paint it, and the bone. And, he was like, yeah, so I was only able to paint it. It took me like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes to paint. It looked like a thumb. I was so mad. had the bone sticking out of the thumb, and the Sculpey looked like skin with the thumbnails. I was just like, man, this kid. What? It hurt. It hurt. Talent on that kid. It hurt. I saw the thumb. It looked like I know it was crazy. And it's like, this guy. Like, come on. Oh. Wait, I got something to show you. So, I've been doing workbooks, right? So workbooks are my thing. Created a 30-day pitch Bible. Did the planner, not necessarily workbook, but I've been always working on workbooks, right? And so I have another one. So I'm trying to do a Kickstarter. I'm going to be doing a Kickstarter, right? But I had to get it printed. That's why there's no cover. There's no cover, right? So I did a quick white because I wanted to get the book. And so I now have character design template workbook. Look at that. Oh. Right, look at that. And so it's got a spot for the name, any details you wanted to give, and then the color key, full turnaround, superhero proportion turnaround, and then head turnaround as well, right? So now, and it's all in blue line, so it's real easy to just knock out on the computer and stuff like that. So with this, right, when you're creating characters and you're like, oh, I'm going to create my superhero or whatnot, or I'm creating my universe, or you can actually go, all right, they're all superhero based, right? Because for the most part, and it's meant for not younger, but I'm going to use it, but it's meant for younger kids who are like, I got a million ideas, and they're just like, I'm just trying to draw it so they can have, proper proportions and draw their superhero, right? And be like, look what I created. And you can knock your characters out pretty quickly, right? Or if you're like, I need a design for one of the construction workers or something like that. So, it's just like, here's the thing, and I have the woman version, and I'm gonna have both of these. Once I design the cover for it, I'm gonna put it up, and once the Kickstarter happens, if we get to a certain level, I'll do different body types, right? And so we can have the fat guy, we can have the thin guy, we can have we can have all these things. So yeah. I just haven't posted. Well, yeah, you need to get on that, man, before I kick you out. Where was this when we were in AI? I could have used it for your midterms and finals. I had it. I did. They were in separate sheets. I sold them in packs of 20. They were just separate sheets. It wasn't in a book. But now I'm like, hey, you know what? Should put these in a work. I've always been talking about workbooks, and I was trying to figure out how to do an official workbook that would work, and this is it. So now I can do character design workbooks and go, here's the typical superhero one, right? Which is really I think is going to be the best seller type deal. It's like, here's all these superhero figures, but then you can go, here's the really big brute superhero if you're trying to put that together, or here's a skinnier person, or here's a kid, right? Just to have a little bit of variety in the character designs, templates. But for the most part, we all know most people are going to gravitate to those superheroes, right? And then once they get used to it and they can be like, I'm going to draw in my sketchbook and stuff, then they'll just, right? It's literally for people who are like, I don't know proportions, or I just really need to get some information down really quick. Or what would be really cool is if you're creating a world, but you have reference that's based in the real world, you could actually use that to make your villagers and stuff like that, and be like, this is what I want these characters to look like. Something simple, something easy. I'm happy. It's like, I'm happy with it. So, anyway. figured I'd show you. Round. I feel called out. You're funny. Cause I don't think that's true anymore, so is NecoCon this weekend? Is that what you said? It's this weekend? Friday morning. Okay. Uh, 6 a.m. Oh, you're leaving at 6 a.m. Oh, that's funny. Feel for you, man. That is early. That's early to be leaving. It's one thing if you got up that early. You know, 6 o'clock. It's a decent time to be waking up. This would actually be here. Actually, this would His eyeballs would need to be put out. Ooh. Your YouTube chat? Oh. Neglecting your YouTube chat? No, it's not behind. I'm just so when I'm doing traditional, I can't stream the actual chat to my phone. So I'm trying to remember to look at it, but you guys have been so active today that I'm kind of missing avenues of the YouTube chat. So yeah, that's me being not a good streamer. He's living next door to NSU. That's nice. Don't burn while you're there. Don't get sucked into the depths of hell. Mandala, what's going on? I'm just saying. It's one of them places, you know. It's like don't get caught. Next thing you know, you'll be a student there and not understand why. Like, wait, what? How did I become a student? Because they make it sound like it's just the best place ever. So you definitely, gotta watch out. They get you. Yeah. I don't. They shouldn't be in Germany, or I mean in German. It's probably because of where you are. I was there for 4 years and had no idea where the convention center is. 4 years of my life, I have no idea where the convention center was. Or is, for that matter. It's like, I mean, that's super bad. But I definitely didn't do much there, that's for sure. Really big nose. Nope. See? And nope, doesn't always work. That's why we keep drawing it. Sometimes you get his older brother. I had the wrong NSU site. It's actually 10 minutes drive. That's why I probably never really saw it. Like, I did not travel much. Was there and being pissed off that I had to be there. His head just keeps getting smaller. Have you looked into going to DesignerCon? I haven't looked into it. I've heard it. I've heard about it, but not really. I wasn't like, ooh, you know what? I need to go to DesignerCon. But since, really pushed into trying to go to, Licensing Expo or Licensing Con, because I'm going to that. So I might just need to look into DesignerCon. Is it any good? That's too big. Yeah, it's toys and art. Ooh. Okay. Toys and art. It's like, Mondo, you keep making me go to all kinds of different... That one works. Yeah, you keep making me want to go to all kinds of different conventions. Okay, there we go. We got it. Yeah, if it's any good, it's as young as Lightbox Expo. Okay. I've heard people talk about it, so. Probably be worth checking out. I'm going to eat some chocolate. Wait, who won? Oh, y'all cheated? Oh, don't pay attention. You cheated. You cheated. Cheated! Cheated! Mmm. Eight minutes left. I mean, I think we did pretty good today, right? I think I have a feeling for the character. Like, I know when I draw him, I'm like, nope, that's not it. Okay, I think I got it. Right? So that's a plus. It's earring a little bit. Right? So I think we've got something there. And then I will be looking over the script, probably doing that. Like, I'm going to do the thumbnails probably over, like, while I'm not working. I mean, not on stream. Because we want to try and get this stuff moving, so. On Sunday, I should be working on pages, right? And get that knocked out and start working on those pages. So yeah, I think it was good, right? And we started with the script, started working stuff out, and then started drawing our guy. So there we go, man. You know, we got him. This is Cornelius, aka Corny. So, there you go. Yep. I don't know about y'all, but I'm happy with it. I think it came out pretty good. And you guys were awesome today. The non-quiet, quiet Wednesday. My new sketchbook. My study sketchbook for all the things that I need to do. Also doing like 10-minute drawings with people. Right? It's for students. I don't know. They're making me draw all kinds of anime stuff. It's like, they're making me draw all kinds of anime stuff. But anyway, like, here we are. We're going to be doing pages. I'm going to be doing them more than likely like this. Right? Doing it in red. It's just easier. Or maybe not. We might do it this way. We'll see. See how it feels. But yeah. So we're going to be working on that, and then for the next couple days, I'm going to be working on that, trying to get those pages done and out to Nate, and you know, we can move from there. And should be fun. Should be very fun. And then I'll keep you guys posted, and then once we're done with that, we'll be right back to the ninjas. Oh, wait, Single Digit, you missed it last time. You weren't here when I showed it. This sketchbook. I think it's this one. Is it this one? Yes, it is. So, look. This way. Created another person who might who might have to challenge Ronan Phoenix. So, just saying. Oh, but I do have some. Oh, I have something else to show you if I have it somewhere. Oh no, is it upstairs? It's upstairs. I have more drawings of the Ink Ninja, of the tattoo artist that we were talking about. I have stuff for that I've drawn, but sadly that sketchbook's upstairs. What's his name? You know I don't have names. I don't have names. Names is not something I do. It's like you should know better. So, see, my thing is that I think that I just need to put that into like Patreon and just be like, help name the character, and then just because it's not because it's really a perk, it's because I need help with the characters' names. A Digit Master. Call him Bob. Is to flip the bird. But I don't know. That was on the plane when I was out to Portland. I was drawing that, and yeah, it just came out. So I really need to get back to just doing the character creations once a week. I had a lot of fun with those, and I know why I stopped, but I want to get back to it because just making characters is fun. So I'm gonna be doing that, but first we gotta finish this. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'll be doing thumbnails and stuff, and life is gonna be great. Life is gonna be great. Moving on, making comics and making ninjas. So you know, as we come to the end, like this one is like I wasn't about to start new stuff, so as we come to the end of our stream, I want to say thank you all so very much for tuning in. Thanks for watching me get comfortable with this character so that I can actually draw the comics. Thanks for the subs, thanks for the bits, thanks for the follow. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the conversation, right? Keeping Quiet Wednesday not quiet. Thank you guys so very much. Yeah, I don't know what else to say except thanks. And I hope to see you guys on Sunday when we work on these pages, because that's what's going to happen. By then, we'll be working on pages. So, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are awesome. And remember, born a ninja, die a ninja. All right, so are we... Did I arrive at the end yet? You did. I'm sorry. It's go time. I've been on it for 2.5 hours. It's time to go to bed. Sorry. But who should we raid? You guys got somebody? Should spread the love. Who's on? Is anyone on? Who we got? Oh my goodness, I have literally no one. Zero peoples for me to stream to raid. Is anyone on your guys' end? Do you see anyone that we should raid? I have 3 minutes. I do, but it's 10. Well, then we can see if there's anyone to raid. Cause I got nunsies. Can't believe I have nobody. Well, I'm on my list. What is happening right now? Everyone's asleep but me? I got nothing, like no one. Wow, that's a lot of people to not have anyone streaming. That's bananas. It's Wednesday. So? 3 minutes early and quitting. Lazy. What are you talking about? I stream until 11. That's it. 11. Miss Ebony hits me with the, it's time for you to go. You gotta shut down shop. So, you know what I mean? So that was what the plan was. You started late? No, I did not. It doesn't matter. I've started late before, and it was like, it's 11 o'clock on the dot. It's time to go. I gotta finish all these ninjas. You owe us 5 hours. I do not. Don't do that. Don't make me feel bad for dealing with, for having a family for both days. You know what I mean? It's like, you mad at me because I went trick-or-treating with my kids. You can't be mad at me for that. This is gonna be the next one. We're your family. Ah, that's true. You are. You're my Twitch family, but they're my in real life family. And I would have. I mean, you might not have seen me stream ever again if I decided to be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go stream and not do Halloween with my kids. That would just be asking for it, and that would just be bad. We give you jokes. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I was not about to lose my family. I'm sorry. I just wanted to go trick-or-treating with my kids. Feed you and call you dad. Yep. Well, look, we've officially made it past 2.5 hours. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to take a day and stream a little longer one day. Right? Like, start a page, finish page, something like that. Like, we're really close. Right? So, yeah. Alright, well, 2.5 hours. I got an early morning. Finally get to go back to the gym with my ankle being busted up. So, finally get to go to the gym. So that's good. You might love inking, but I do not. So, thank you guys again for hanging out with me. And since we have 0 people to stream, or to raid, we're going to call it a night and give you one more Born a Ninja, Die a Ninja. Go, a moose. Alright, I will see you guys on Sunday.
The Ninja Empire is supreme, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.